Yeah, my biggest advice for hospital security is you really need to evaluate if this is an environment that you want to work in. And I say this understanding that we all work in an environment where anything can happen. The problem with hospital securities is that hospitals are historically and generally gun-free zones. And when they say gun-free zone, they mean everybody, including security. You'll see a lot of security guards working at hospitals that are carrying tasers. You'll see a lot of security guards that are working at hospitals that are completely unarmed. The issue is that the hospital environment, you're dealing with people who potentially are at the absolute worst moment of their life. A loved one could be in a car wreck and be on their deathbed. A child who is in the middle of a custody issue could potentially be on their deathbed. People are dealing with these life-changing, life-altering, life-shattering events, and they're all in this confined space. And when they're having their break, when they're having their problem, when they're going through their issue, they're sending a security guard, oftentimes unarmed, to deal with someone who, quite frankly, might be in a position where they feel like they have nothing to lose. And we've seen a security guard here in Portland, which is Bobby Smallwood, fall victim to being shot while working security at a hospital. We've seen multiple security guards who found themselves on the back end of an ass whooping in some of these hospitals. The biggest issue for me is that 9 times out of 10, the security guards are placed in a situation where they're completely unprotected, they're completely unbacked by the company and by the department that they're working for, and they're being placed in a situation where they're already behind the 8 ball in terms of their personal safety. I'm not a fan at all of working security in hospitals. However, I understand that people do have to work, and potentially this might be a good job with good benefits, maybe the pay is good, but I think that the risk far outweighs the reward in that environment, and that's just my own personal opinion with my limited knowledge of what happens in security at hospitals.